What is up, guys and gals? I didn't want to, so I'm sorry. I wanted to apologize. The cliffhanger, I just didn't want to end up getting into like a 1 hour episode or whatever. I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. It's too hot right now, and when it gets hot, I get lazy. And also, I tend to stick to my 25-minute guns. So let's go ahead and check this out. We got to destroy the fortune engine here today in Shadowrun Hong Kong. Ooh, we got Karma. That's pretty cool. The walls here are thick, steel reinforced. Braids of thick cable run across the floor, and computer equipment now hopelessly out of date adorns every elevated surface. Something in the distance is calling to you. It's faint, but you can feel it, the bone-shaking thrum of an enormous machine. This is it, prosperity. Just like in our dreams. He scans the room, scowling. The fortune engine has to be somewhere in the complex. Well, let's find the machine and secure it until Raymond arrives. Sounds simple enough. The machine lies ahead, yes, but so does our quarry. I can smell it, the stench of something from another place. He loosens his blade, and it's Saya. The red lacquered scabbard shimmers eerily in the light. Let us advance and meet this Yama King head-on. I will paint the walls with her blood. So wait, is it a Yama King or a Yama Queen? They keep going back and forth. Yama King, Yama Queen, Yamaka. I don't know what's going on right now. The ultimate Hebrew battle monster. The Yamaka. Let's go ahead, God. Anyways. It's just a big floating yarmulke with machine guns on the sides of it. I don't know why that mental image is so funny to me. Yeah, we're about to get jumped in here. There's way too much cover in this room. This room's cover is, like, absolutely perfect. What is this? A med kit? Oh, we should use that then. Who needs med kitting? Also, I should use some of my karma to make myself better at shooting things because we're not very good at it right now. Yay, level 7. We made it, you guys. High fives. Level 7 shooting. And then on this side, you know, I would like to have some more HP. That would be pretty sweet considering I get one-shotted by everything nowadays. Then again, maybe a little biotech, huh? I'm just going to throw points into random bullshit at this point. Like, we've got spell casting. Anybody want some spell casting? We're cashing out at this point. I'm pretty sure the game's over. We could get some cyberware affinity so we could have hand raisers. Yep, cyberware affinity. That's what we're going for. Cyberware is hella sick, and I'm disappointed I never got any in this playthrough. Let's go, and I guess I could have spent the 4,000 on it. Dat 4,000, though. And then we'll put that on Gai Chu, and so he's looking better. Please be a good medkit. It was just a dock wagon kit, so that's enjoyable. That's funsies. I thought it was going to be another medkit. Oh, well. This is what happens when Splattercat tries to do nice, fun things. Bad things happen. Oh, look, paper. Anybody want to write a thesis right now? Looks like we're fighting next to some kind of, like, barbecue. Because I got, like, lawn chairs. I got, like, a digital barbecue over here. Beep, boop, boop, beep. Does that one open right there? Because that's a medkit box, too. Prosperity. The door has been sealed. It looks like it's been shut for quite some time. Oh, look. A thing lit up over here. Let's go and click on it. Well, at least the thing is still running. She frowns down at the terminal's display. The display looks corrupted as hell, though. I wonder if we can still even use it. As long as we can open the door with it, we're good. We don't need it for anything else. Let's find out. Same Mechanical Services Special Projects Division. Prosperity Administrative Systems. Attempt to open the door to Fortune Engine's test bed. Here goes nothing. You select the door controls from the computer's menu and command them to open. The screen flickers, then goes dark. I'm kind of nervous right now. Anybody else feeling nervous? Well, that's just great. What do we... Suddenly, out of nowhere, a wave of nausea grabs you by the guts and twists. It doubles you over, then fades. Duncan turns to face you, wincing. What was... As you straighten, you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand straight. A buzzing sensation washes over you, drowning out your companion's words and filling your head with white, warm static. In the center of the room, something blossoms into the world. The figure from your dreams... Oh, shit, that thing is big. Figure from your dreams looms over you, enormous and alien. The creature is beautiful and terrifying in equal measure. A thing of billowing silk and carved ivory. Kyanya stands, still as a statue, peering down at you from behind a mask of sculpted gold. Smaller spirits take up positions around her, bowing their heads in deference. Well, her hands tighten on her weapons and the color drains from her cheeks. Shit. Well, suddenly I'm beginning to doubt this plan. Well, I'll go with that's a lot bigger than I expected. Slowly, with a broad, languid motion, Kyanya's body begins to shift. The crescent-shaped ivory horns that crown her head cut through the light as she moves, casting strange shadows on the wall behind her. You are here. The voice that pours from behind the thing's mouth is indescribably beautiful. The tones are high and musical and seem to hang in the air long after she finishes speaking. You've come to us. In the corners of the room, servitor creatures echo in their queen's words, the garbled sounds piping through gaps in their enamel-lined carapaces. Come to us. We called to you across the breadth of space and time, and now you are here standing before us just as you were meant to be. Why did you call to me? What do you want? We call to all who will listen. Her voice is joyous and triumphant. All are welcome in our court. All are welcome. And all are welcome in our larder. The Yama King spreads its arms, its movements full of malevolent grace. You belong here, slave thing, with us, now and for all time. I'm gonna blow you back to whatever hell you crawled out. I thought we were gonna be homies. I thought you were gonna be like, so you want to be a god? Twist ending? And I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That sounds awesome. What do I get to rule? You kill us? The thing cackles, its throat pulsing rhythmically. The sound catches in your spine like a razor blade. The noises you make, such sweet, foolish sounds. The slave thing thinks it can kill us. It's mistaken. It can't even comprehend us. Kyanya's iridescent gowned parts as she raises a forearm. Your mind rebels against the alien biology that you see underneath, the wet, glistening crenellations of flesh, enamel, and keratin that make up the Yama King's body. It is chattel, meat, and we have been starving for 1,000 years. The musical tones of the thing's voice are high-pitched and giddy. It opens its arms to you, offering a view of the chisel-like teeth that protrude from its flesh. Gobbet stares up at the creature, eyes darting around the shimmery expanse of its body. It's official. I'm terrified. The queen with 1,000 teeth lowers her head. The unnaturally thick hair turns rank and cold. Waves of nausea rack your stomach as foul wind slides over you like mud. We will rip out your nerves at the root. Milk the misery from your protesting bodies. Her glistening claws weave strange patterns in the air. We will feast on your sorrow, now and forever. Oh, look at that. She hides behind a wall. Okay. So it's kind of like a World of Warcraft raid fight. You gotta, like, snuff flames here. Normally, I only snuff things that come out of boxes, but the flames will work for right now. No, not water stance. Agua is the worst. Do this right here. And then stab him. Stab him like you mean it. Oh, there's so many of them. This is concerning. This is very concerning. Droney! Save me! Only machinery can stop the supernatural. Yay, we killed one. It doesn't make me feel that better, but at least something's dead. We'll go ahead and shoot that one that's out of cover, because why not? I would also like to be behind cover, because my character is the squishiest of them all. Man, this would be a lot easier with my vampire homie. This would be, like, way easier. So I guess snuff the flame. We'll take an aim shot. And if we get really lucky, we might actually have a chance here. I'm going to go with a haste on this side. I mean, anytime you dive into the astral, in terms of Shadowrun, this is kind of a really big deal. Anytime you dive down into the astral planes, weird things have this odd tendency to happen. Oh, shit, he does stuff. Oh, good, you have bad aim. I mean, you should probably take that helmet off. That's the big problem here. Oh, there's enemies back here, too. Okay, so I'm going to have to break off away teams, basically. And try to break line of sight as we move forward. I mean, they left that conspicuously open, though, so that's a little bit nasty. Oh, look at that. There's more of them. What a concern this is. So, Gaichu, I hate to do this to you, buddy. But I kind of need you to be like the dude right now. And the dude must abide. Shit. Dude! You were supposed to be abiding. We need to pick somebody to run around and handle all this. Somebody who preferably won't struggle with it too much, but... Give me... Like, I don't know. Take a shot over here. Jesus. Come on. There we go. I just need somebody to pin everything down. We'll take... I don't know who I want to run around and do this. I guess I'll have her do it since she's the resident magician and we can cast on her from like, oh shit, there's a... Okay, still more problems. We got a spirit over there that we can summon, so this might be okay. 25 right there from the tracers. I cannot explain to you how much I would very much like this thing to be dead before the end of the turn. Let's go ahead and move the drone around slightly. Yikes. We're going to have to split up, though. I don't know if we should work as a team and stay together and move towards each objective, especially since they're defended, or if I should just split up and go. I should have done... Shit, I did something stupid. I should have healed him before I clicked him. I thought about that, too. I thought about it while I was looking down here, and I did it anyways. Like a jackass. We got a ley line. What I could really use... is a little bit of breathing room here. So Rat Fetish, you're in. There goes that right there. Splattercat's on this side. I'll probably have him help out however he can since this guy's already out of cover. Fish out some kills and then maybe get him back into cover. So at least he has a shot at dodging. On this side... we only have one more flame down here, and it'll take us 5 turns to get down there. Alright, Duncan, it's you. I just have to hope this works out in a way that's satisfactory. I think I'll probably keep pressure on this guy. I mean, we're not making any shots right now, so there we go. That's what I needed. Damage out right there. I'm going to try and stay in cover as much as possible because it looks like he's popping out a freebie every single time we try to get down in there. I want to keep Gaichu close because he can deal the most damage. When the flames go down, it's going to be all on him. So, Splattercat. Yes? Keep firing. Oh, good. We killed it on one turn. That leaves me with options down here. Well, that makes me pretty happy. Can you activate that? I mean, if a spirit can go ahead and destroy the crystal, that works for me. Well, there you go. That makes this considerably easier, doesn't it? Okay. Then Gaichu, it's batter up for you. See what I can accomplish down here. That thing's got cover, I think. Which is going to make this all kinds of a pain in the ass. I don't know if that was my wisest decision that I've ever made. How many spirits can she maintain at a time? I may try to keep her down at the bottom so she can summon that other spirit in just a minute. I would also strongly suggest maybe throwing down a gas cloud right there so that when it spawns in it takes damage. Might help out a little bit. No, my spirit! Did that what? You shot it? Did it hurt it? Huh. Oh, it heals 10 health per round. That's an attractive situation. Okay. Ooh, there's a ley line right there. I like that. I like that. Couple rounds off that way. I don't know if I want to keep Gaichu in on this. Or if I want to use him to rush this down. See what happens here first. Not a really massive probability to hit, but you kind of sort of got to do what you got to do. Yeah, go get him, Gaichu. Probably should have just left him right here, but what you gonna do about it? Gaichu's about to take a hit on this turn, too. It's okay. I'll medkit him up. Go self-repair protocol right here to keep ourselves as close to the green as possible. If you can put a couple of rounds down that way, it'd be appreciated. Or we could actually, the drone is not being that much help anyways. The drone has potential to move down here and use his 3 AP to snuff out the flame while everybody else stays over here and breaks down the barrier. I'm going to give this guy an option. Oh good, he missed again. She missed again. It missed again. Whatever the hell it is. Line of sight is blocked. Snuff the flame, little buddy. I'm sorry. Sacrifice! We will remember you, Joni. You were the droney. Alright, so flames having been snuffed. I don't precisely know what that means for me. But I can only hope that it means this goes well. Okay. Alright, sure. Absolutely. Just what I always hoped for. Yama King! It is time. Pachoo! Yeah, take that, Yama King. You don't know me like that. What I say to that is, yo mama, Yama King. That's what I say to that. That's what I say to that. Give him the haste so that he can slice and dice more frequently. And then also, I need you to go summon a spirit, like, right now. Otherwise, this is going to be the worst day ever for us. She a big girl, but I think we can take her. She's a big girl, but I think we can take her. Ooh! Splattercat getting up in here. Filling her with holes. Keep going. This is yours. It is yours. Take it, Gaichu. Gesundheit. It's all you. I don't think it's dead. Everybody get in cover. I'm not sure what's going to happen right here. And I'm not sure I want to find out, but something's going to happen. Level 1 med kit. Yeah, get into cover. I need everybody in cover, like, right now. I need you to summon a spirit. What kind of spirit this is, I have no idea. A wildfire spirit. Explode. It can destroy stuff? That's awesome. Well, we should do that more frequently. No, Joni! There goes my dump shock. Maybe it wants me to kill this one over here. I mean, I'm not super on board with that. Huh. Gaichu, buddy. I'm gonna need you... Stay far enough away to where it can't mess with you. And then if it tries to come in range, slash that fool. I want you to cut him. Cut him like you ain't never cut him before. It's unfortunate that I'm wasting my spirits here. That spirit is really thinking about escaping. Oh, shit. We lost a spirit. We have a spirit on the loose. Let's go ahead and deal with the spirit real fast. There we go. That's what I like to see. Gaichu. Easily the Orlando of this game. That's like who he is. He's the Orlando of this game. He's like a god of destruction compared to... Except for when he misses like 9 times in a row. It's okay. I have a solution for this. As you watch, Kianya's blast-marked and broken body begins to reform. Her gown knits itself back together, black blood wicking into the floor. Slowly and terribly, she begins to laugh. You cannot kill us, meat. You have not even seen us. Her voice fills with mockery. This form is a shadow. A droplet of divine essence filtered through a keyhole. Gaichu's milky eyes sweep across the room. His lip curls into a frown. She speaks the truth after a fashion. That crumpled thing is not Kianya any more than those servitor spirits are. They are small fragments of a single whole. The corpse eater sees. He glimpses us as we really are. Were you to behold our full magnificence, your mind would wring itself into a pulp. The crumpled form of Kyanya rights itself and begins to rise. You will see, slave thing. We will show you a world not meant for mortal eyes. You will see. Oh no, we're about to get sucked into the void. Oh, that's right. There's a rat. I was gonna say, why is it not letting me out of combat right now? Kill off the rat real fast. Okay. That got gnarly. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it definitely got gnarly pretty quickly. I think we're probably about to transfer into the astral plane and do some really, really gnarly shit. Let's go. Welcome to our domain, meat. Dear God. Alright, let's get you into cover. I was clicking on my drone thing, but okay. I just wanted to see if the UI had anything for me. Obviously it did not. Healed by servitors. Alright, so our first option here. Gaichu will buff him on up. Gobbet, I would dearly love for you to be in cover. And then if we could get a spirit up and running, that'd be absolutely fantabulous. We only get the 1 AP. What does he have? Ignores all enemies last 1 round. We can do a mana arc. Yeah, do the mana arc. I love that attack. That attack is just the best. This thing looks like it has a lot of health. I'm slightly concerned about it. We probably want to kill the support mobs first, though. He's in water stance again. This guy in his goddamn water stance. Heaven stance! No! Please stop missing. I'm going to try and spread out a bit, just in case this guy has the power to AoE. I don't even know if a flashbang will work here. Do these fly? Get after it, I guess. I'm pretty happy that that attack actually worked, because it almost never... Oh, shit. Okay, melee is not the thing to be in this fight. Melee is a poor decision. I should have saved Gaichu. Luckily, I don't think we have too much range stuff to deal with. Oh, look, there's a stairway that goes down. I wonder if there's something after this. Tracer rounds. Tried to put an aim shot on him, but it just didn't work like that. Let's go ahead with the put down real fast. Your mother is ugly and you look like a tooth vagina. That didn't work. Alright, so 1 critter down. The goal now is displace. And stay the hell away from that thing. I don't even know what it is, but I don't want to be near it. The next thing we need to do is maybe get Gaichu back up and running. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of options here, but we got to do something. Go ahead and buff the spirit, I guess. Give me everything that you got, spirit. There we go. Okay. I'll take that as a turn. That thing is ugly. It's got like a Zerg thing going on. Oh, they do have ranged. Okay, I'll have to watch out for that then. I don't think that actually did anything, though. I think it just dealt damage. So it's bolstering Kyanya. Somebody's going to have to put rounds on that thing at some point, so might as well do it now. I know he's out of cover, but there's not that many ranged monsters anyways. What I need from you, sir, is to get down here. Your only goal is to have... No, eviscerate him. Oh, shit. I should have just moved and eviscerated. I thought he had more AP than he actually had. I thought he was done with it. Okay, so left-hand side. Gobbet, I'm going to need you to fall back with a quickness. Like, get the hell away from that thing as fast as possible. Just don't even be near it. I mean, I would much prefer it if I could pull everybody away from Kyanya. Just run as fast as you can. Sometimes you just got to admit that you're not man enough to fight something out here. And that's not to say that you're not manly or brave or whatever. But it's to say that some things are out of your league. In the world of Shadowrun, that's what I like about Shadowrun, is that in the world of Shadowrun, just because you're high level, it doesn't mean you can't be killed. Like in D&D, once you become high level, you're a god, essentially, and you cannot be killed. It becomes almost impossible for you to die. Someone will resurrect you, basically, just because you're so powerful. There it is. Okay. You start pouring a little bit of loving at Kyanya. Gaichu, I think this is you right here, although I probably should have saved that for Kyanya. My intent now is to go for a heal. We have Kyanya on this side, so throw bangs out. Oh, dude, you missed? Oh, you still got her, though. Oh, she's immune, but she's unbalanced now. That's a little bit different. I didn't expect that. So she can't be stunned, but she can be unbalanced. Interesting. All right, Deadeye shot. Let's go. It's time for this thing to happen. How much did we do right there? 18? We should be able to make progress on her health pretty easily. Go ahead and give me a haste. This is really risky for Gaichu. That's the only problem that I have, is that in general, I don't really feel like using him against this monster. But that's what spirits are for. Hooray! Got spirits like a Bevmo up in here. You don't even know me like that. You don't even know me like that. Hit him! I demand that you hit this enemy right now. Oh, that enemy doesn't care about you. That enemy walked away. That enemy said a pox upon you. You don't worry me none. It's kind of nice having my 3 XP. Let's do Gaichu last. I just kind of want to see what's going to happen here. 9 damage from incendiaries. I think we held on to it. I think. And if we could just make this happen. Can you buff yourself? No would be the answer to that question. This may come down to Gaichu then. I don't really even know what else to say here. Is he aim buffed? Aim buff him. Alright, Gaichu. It's time for you to shine, my friend. It's time for you to shine. What stance are we in? Go heaven or go home? $21 out. Thing got armor, though. It's got for realsies armor. Keep shooting. Woo! See, the AI likes to run from melees. That's why they basically bypassed his turn. The AI gets very, very confused by melee combatants. I've noticed that about the AI as I've played this game. It does not like melees at all. I need a heal out like right now. That was so much damage. What I'm imagining right now with the music is Gaichu in slow motion walking across like an astral bridge drawing the katana. Ah, so epic. So epic. Flick the blood off the blade from the previous demons. He is the hunter, and this is the quarry. How much health does it have left? Kill. Yeah. Gaichu, you are the hero. As the Yama King's body crumples, a cackling sound fills the air. Once again, her broken body begins to knit itself back together. The flow of black ichor from her many wounds slows to a stop and reverses. The viscous fluid snaking its way back up into the holes and ruptures that it poured from. Projections on top of projections, all aspects of our divine being. Shed as easily as a lizard sheds its tail. Her voice is ripe with mockery. You cannot harm us, meat, but you have amused us. Kyanya halts, her crowned head cocking to one side. Perhaps you're worthy of an audience after all. Perhaps. Her voice trails off and her head tilts upwards. From behind you, you can hear the pounding sound of approaching footsteps. As she falls into position behind you, Isabel's jaw drops open. Raymond Black steps forward, an expression of grim determination on his face. That's her. She's real. She shrinks back as Kyanya turns to face her. Her voice is full of awe and terror. I did this. I brought this creature here. He speaks in the grim tone of a man on his way to the gallows. His complexion is gone, gray as ash. My fault. My responsibility. The Queen with 1,000 teeth cackles with glee. It has returned to us. The tunnel builder. The architect of my ascendancy. Ascendancy. The creature leans in towards Raymond, its spidery fingers heaving hypnotically. The thing's robes billow like a bell of a jellyfish, pulsing organically with the rhythm of a heartbeat. You will have a special place in our court, Builder. You will stand by our side, exalted for all time, a living token of our unending rule, an undying symbol of the folly of man. I have been a fool, yes. His hands clench into fists so tight that his knuckles go white. The skin on his face is flushed with the effort of fighting through the stammer, jumbling his words. A great fool, but I will. I will not be your slave, and I will stop you. The Queen with 1,000 teeth leans forward, her movements full of alien grace. The gaping crescent of her mouth parts into ghastly smiles, and you can see row upon row of fangs. They run down her throat in overlapping layers, a bristling forest of glistening, sharpened enamel. I'll kill you before I let you hurt him, monster. Yeah, family's always important. Then again, you've got to kind of question the fact that Wu and I are family as well. We keep throwing ourselves into conflict together. She steeples her fingers. Their hardened tips click against one another with a sound like grinding teeth. You're bold, Meat. Impertinent and foolish, but bold. You've earned a modicum of respect, but do not push your luck. Watch your tone, or you will watch him die. Kyanya turns her full attention back to you, and the smile widens. You can feel it deep in your gut. The tunnels into you like a lamprey, leaves you feeling empty and cold. In truth, you amuse us. Your persistence in the face of the inevitable is a pleasure to behold. And so we have decided to grant you a rare honor. We offer you a deal. Well, I'm interested. I want to know. Our terms are simple. We want you to leave. Leave the chattel here to their fates and forget about them. Acknowledge that they are ours, and then think on them no more. She gestures towards the door that you came from. Leave the walled city now and do not return. Accept that it is our domain now and forevermore. In exchange, we will grant you 14 years of good fortune. Your every wish fulfilled, your every desire granted, a charmed life from the moment you leave to the day our deal elapses. You can do this? The Yama King cackles with a wave of our hand. We have swum the waters of fortune since the beginning of time. It is a trivial matter for us to divert them. So will you accept the offer? Will you take the deal? It's tempting. In real life, I don't know if I'd be a good enough man, to be honest. I don't know if I have the heart for it. 14 years of everything you could ever desire in exchange for just like forgetting about a bunch of people you don't know and never have met that don't even register as human beings in your mind. In all honesty, think about it. I heard a guy ask a question one time where if you could push a button right here and now that would give you $10 billion, nobody would know about the $10 billion except for you. No taxes, no nothing. And you pushed a button and it killed an anonymous Chinese peasant working in a rice field somewhere. And you would never know the extent of what you had done. It's just money's in your account. You pushed a button and that's it. Would you do it? And that's like the ultimate question of whether or not you're a moral human being. Whether or not you would give up all that for something that's no different than maybe picking a hair that fell off the side of your arm. Like it would never bother you ever again. You wouldn't know. I mean, if you had met them and then you chose to kill them, it'd be completely different. Anyways, I have a counter proposal. Duncan's brow furrows. He looks surprised and uneasy. His grip tightens on his rifle. Kyanya leans in towards your face, folding open in a hideous smile. A counter proposal? Amusing. Out with it then, Meat. Tell us what you would have of us. I would have you die, monster. Here, I'll get you started. A pity. A shame. You could have had everything that your heart desired. She clucks her tongue at you, a hollow, resonant sound. Instead, you will suffer as no living being has ever suffered before. Her robes shimmer again, the claws come out, and again her voice grows to a deafening roar. We will suckle your sorrow until the sun turns to dust. Cover up, everybody. We're in. Alright, it's time to go. We have no drones, so I mean, we might as well just open fire on the damn thing. I assume it's going to be a lot less simple than it looks right now, but I couldn't honestly tell you. Gobbet, I need a haste on big guy over here. Duck into cover real fast. This is all you, Gaichu. Although I don't really want water stance. Let's go after... Go ahead and pop that on yourself. Give yourself some armor. Heaven stance. 'Cause that's where we're sending the beast. 26 damage done. Pull everybody else with firearms back into cover. And then we open fire as we've never opened fire before. Loose that clip. Where's your nade launcher? I need you with your nade launcher right now. Can I have you... It's too risky. Shit. There's so little cover. I'm gonna pull her off to the right, I guess. I don't want too many people stacked up in one spot. Woo! I actually think Kyanya would have a chance of wiping us out if Kyanya would just dedicate to melee. That first turn that she did, damn, that shit was scary. That first turn that she did inside the astral planes or wherever we were, we could have been on some demonic plane. I'm not even really sure where we were. Either way, it could have been an elemental plane. It could have been just about anything. That was actually pretty easy. As you watch, the Yama King's broken carcass withers and dissipates, and seconds later, all that's left of her is a cloud of rancid mist. Huh. That was easier than I thought it'd be. I guess that she was hurt worse than she let on, trying to trick us into taking a bad deal. That doesn't mean she won't come back. All we've done is buy ourselves a little bit of time. I believe you are correct. He points at the dingy terminal just in front of him. Dingy, sorry. The control console is just over there. We have to move quickly. Okay, well then get on it. I mean, let's use this time to recoup. If we got anybody that's wounded, I need them fixed up now. He's only got one med kit left, so let's use somebody else's if we can. That's all that we've got. Damn. Alright, well, in we go. The Fortune engine itself stands before you, an enormous, malevolent presence that fills the rest of the chamber ahead. Raymond pushes forward, leaning in to study the control console with a look of determination on his face. I will close the rift, I just need... He bends over the terminal frowning, his eyes dart from readout to readout as you watch the blood drains from his cheeks. What's wrong? Destroy it before she comes back. I can't. He gestures at the technical readouts on the Fortune engine's monitors. There is a one-way flow of astral energy moving the inner-walled city through the tunnel. I know what it is. Gobbet wrinkles her nose and gets a faraway look. She sways for a moment, then speaks as if in a dream. I can feel it too. The energy is coming from the people that she's feeding on, their essence, their spirits, for lack of a better word. She sways a while longer, a puzzled expression on her face. If I destroy the machine now, it will collapse the tunnel, and all those people will have the better part of their essence, what makes them who and what they are, trapped inside with her forever. Thousands of people condemned to an eternity with that parasitic thing. Do we have another option? He squeezes his eyes shut and works it through. Yes, somebody could enter the tunnel and close the rift safely. The people would be saved, restored to life in the real world. And what happens to the person in the tunnel? He stays forever. With her. His shoulders sag. There's no way out once the tunnel is closed. There's a long pause as the assembled group digests Raymond's words. Duncan nods to himself, his jaw clenched. He pushes... No, dude, come on. I'll do it. Tell me what buttons to press. The old man stares at the controls, cold fear washed across his face. No. If anyone is to do this, it must be me. His voice strengthens, and you can see the old fierceness rising from within, the iron will of your childhood. It will be me. Hang on a minute, Ray. No, not Raymond. My name is Edward Sang. I built this machine, and I set it in motion. Whether I meant it to or not, it is my responsibility to stop it. He turns to you, a look of resignation on his face. That is what this is all about, what it has been since the very beginning. Raymond, you're too weak for this. Just tell me what to do. No. The Yama King could return at any moment. There's no time to teach you what to do in there. I will set things in motion, and it must be me. He turns to you. Goodbye, Pop-Tart. He smiles sadly. Thank you for coming to Hong Kong. Thank you for coming when I called. See you later, Dad. The old man flips a lever and steps into the machine. There's a flash of light and Raymond Black is gone.
Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story. That if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. My past is a terrible story. I didn't expect it to end with redemption. Sometimes the debts of the past can't be repaid. But we do what we can. I have done what I can to right my wrongs. And I accept the consequences.
You depart from the Prosperity Chamber and are instantly caught up in a wave of refugees fleeing for their lives. Struggling through the panicked wave of humanity, you are able to retrace your steps and eventually reach Hioi. Although the typhoon has passed, the scene is wet and chaotic. The newly homeless crowd the streets, dazedly wandering, searching for missing loved ones and nursing injuries. Relief workers are already on the scene providing blankets and medical aid. Rescue personnel carry the stunned and wounded to safety. The entire area has been cordoned off by the HKPF while knight-errant officers and military peacekeeping forces attempt to maintain order. You know, it makes you wonder, we often as human beings think about people sacrificing themselves and dying for something that's right, but it makes you wonder if there's something like bigger than that. Because he offered himself up to be tortured for all eternity, like there's no end to that. It just keeps going and going and going, like that's something beyond heroism. And I guess you could argue that, yeah, he set this in motion and it is his fault. But ballsy move to suffer for all eternity just to save, people in such a small fraction of the world. You emerge from Kowloon walled city to bustling clusters of activity, refugees huddling together staring back at their lost homes. Government troops deploying from armored personnel carriers, news vans setting up remote camera feeds while reporters scramble to find the right angle for their broadcasts. The air is electric with the threat of potential violence as panicked peacekeepers eye the growing crowd of evacuating poor. Gobbet's eyes dart furtively as she turtles her head between her shoulders. This place is hot. The cops are swarming the place, and that APB is still out on us. She's head to the boat, sneaky-like. Sounds good. I'm going to take a year's worth of showers to wash that experience off of me. Isabel lifts her nose towards a reporter interviewing someone inside the walled city. Looks like we get to see a man-on-the-street interview on our way. The press already have their hooks in someone, hoping for a soundbite. We still haven't cut off our business with Chang yet. She is a Triad. I'm a little bit concerned that she's going to turn on us. The reporter wears a look of earnest concern like a coat of cheap deodorant. And is that when you started running? Yeah, it was bad in there. Shooting, screaming. I was terrified. And what caused this, sir? Why are people flooding out of the walled city injured and disoriented? The man stares at the scene behind him. It's like everybody is saying there's some kind of chemical leak or something. A drug lab exploded or something. Caused mass hallucinations. The porter returns to the camera and pretends to check his notes. There you have it, Sonny. Our third report of mass hallucinations of violence caused by an explosion in an illegal drug lab, and while reports remain sketchy, it appears that street crime is again on the rise. He half turns and sweeps his arm over the scene. As you can see, it's still a turmoil and confusion here as police and executive council peacekeepers respond to their emergency situation, attempting to maintain order. But in all this chaos, in the maze of poverty that is Kowloon Walled City, we may never know what really happened in there. Back to you in the studio, Sonny. The light on the news camera goes off and the reporter drops his facade. He ignores the bedraggled man beside him and begins packing up his equipment. After a moment, he sees you looking at him and turns to you with a scowl. What are you looking at? You know that guy was just regurgitating a line of corporate bullshit, don't you? He laughs sardonically and continues packing. Everybody's regurgitating a line of corp crap, pal. They may not know it, but they are. Everything you see, everything you've been taught, and every official you elect, all bought and paid for by the people pulling the strings. Yeah, well, no one's telling me what to think. No eye contact. He remains bent over his equipment case. Of course not, pal. You're different. The reporter finishes packing and stands up straight, brushing the wet grit of the street off of his hands. As he does so, his eyes narrow. His gaze moves over your crew, flicking from face to face before eventually landing on you. Looks like you just came from inside. What did you see in there? A demon goddess. Well, we'll go with a demon goddess named Kian Ya. She says hi, by the way. Tell her hi back for me, he smirks. What? You surprised I believe you? We live in the future, man. Flying cars, dragons, why not a demon goddess? Hell, a court probably summoned her for some kind of fear experiment or something. Kind of shit happens every day. The walled city, like their own little petri dish, they love using them like lab rats. They test food additives, body modifications, pharmaceuticals, whatever some junior executive can dream up. Nothing surprises me anymore. We can change that. He looks at you like you're from Mars. Good luck. You look like just the guy to do it. You could use your help. The reporter gives you a lopsided smile. To what? Spread the truth? Truth isn't my business. Ad revenue is my business. Do you have any idea how much competition there is for eyeballs these days? News is nothing more than content, just like the new Mammy Canyon Flesh BTL, Urban Brawl broadcaster Maria Mercurial SimSense experiences. Everyone on this island knows that my news experience is just a mouthpiece for the Executive Council. Hell, if you look close enough, you'll probably find that it's owned by a member of the Executive Council. People buy what we feed them because the world is changing and it's scary. They feel small and they need scapegoats to blame and authority figures to tell them what to think. My news network gives them that. He points at the Triad screen mounted on the side of the news van. And there's a prime example of an authority figure. Jo Sang, rising star on the Executive Council. Just look at her spinning this to her own ends, talking about the humanitarian relief effort she's mounting. You know, your comm chirps. It's Kylie Chang. Go ahead and take your comm. I'm going to go before this scene turns into some kind of riot. It usually does. Hello, Auntie. Don't hello, Auntie me. I lost contact with the soldiers I sent into Walled City with you and those Sang assholes. Government troops are all over the place. Get over here and tell me what the hell happened. Right away, Auntie. Isabel tugs at your arm, her eyelids half-mast. I want to sleep for about a year. I'm heading to the blowhole, Pop-Tart. I could use some sack time, too. I'll see you there. Better go talk to Ani, Seattle. She's gonna flip us like a burned pancake, I know it. I had a bad feeling about this because we don't have our backup. I would at least take Gai Chu with me. You got anything for me over here? The puppet's eyes flicker. Emotion seems to break through for a moment. I perceive that changes have occurred. The images within my mind have quieted. They are no longer intrusive. Puppet seems to make a heroic effort to lose. Its face reverts back to deathly serenity. Who are you? Same thing he said before. Wampo and puppets, my friends. Wampo and puppets. No different than any other doll in the world of the future. Don't get into debt and don't borrow money. That's all I can tell you about the real world and about, well, I don't know, maybe you live somewhere nice, but don't ever borrow money. It's a bad, bad combination. Commotion from the streets of Hioi bleeds into Kindly Chang's mahjong parlor. Triad soldiers bustle to keep up with their boss's orders. Couriers come in regularly, whispering to her lieutenant before listening intently and running off again. As you enter, Kindly Chang is giving instructions to Strangler Bao, who nods enthusiastically. She looks over at you and holds up a hand. Wait. Send Wong and Ho to snatch some of the medical supplies off the relief trucks. With all the excitement, nobody's watching them all. She nods to herself, grimacing in satisfaction. There will be a big black market for them over the next few weeks. Good thinking, Mrs. Chang. Bao lifts a finger to his ear to transmit the orders. When he sees you waiting, he inclines his head a quarter of an inch. Splattercat, I figured you were dead. Last I heard, my soldiers had found you and everyone was heading into the walled city. Then things got out of control. She takes a pull on her thin black cigar. Where are my people? What the hell happened? We got separated in the walled city. Found out later they were killed. Her eyes are hard little black buttons. Is that how you treat my resources? They died for a good cause. She takes another drag off her cigar, exhales the smoke through her nose. It had better be. They were expendable, not unlimited. She taps her ash on the floor. Well, they knew the risk. They had a shot at moving up and they missed. Forget them. I've got bigger problems, like customers and tenants streaming out of the walled city, screaming for their lives. Like HKPF and those Sang security shitheels swarming the place. She drops the stub of her cigar in an ashtray. Tell me what happened in there. Or do I have to get an acetylene torch and ask nicely? Raymond Black accidentally summoned a demon god. We had to put her down. What kind? A Yama King, Kyanya, the queen with 1,000 teeth. Never heard of her. She picks up her bottle of foul spirits and studies the label. Her rusty, mean voice drops low. But I know the Yama Kings. My grandmother used to try to scare me with stories about them. I guess she thought she was teaching me something by scaring the shit out of me. She chuckles softly. I remember one Yama specifically, Fu Mang, the serpent of the setting sun. Oh yes, Fu Mang promised wealth and influence for those willing to do what was necessary to take it. Her voice turns wistful. The story of Fu Mang spoke to me. All she asked in return were 44 hearts pulled from the chests of those closest to you while they were still alive. Hearts from random victims wouldn't do, so those who took Fu Mang's bargain would befriend others before taking their hearts, turning their entire network into a list of victims. Fu Mang spoke to me, but I didn't listen. Strangler Bao leans in, his fingers to his ear. Apologies, Mrs. Chang, but one of the men you sent with the runners in the walled city is still alive. He stumbled into Wong and Ho as they were pulling medical supplies off a lorry. She turns to you with an edge in her voice. At least one came back alive. Strangler Bao lowers his head and listens to his earpiece again. Our man says that Wong Lun Fat is dead. He got shot at by the HKPF inside the walled city. Bao lifts his head and makes eye contact with the Triad boss. He's almost salivating with avarice. Our man saw it with his own eyes, Miss Chang. Who's Wong Lun Fat? With his own eyes. Is that important? Yes, very important. It means I have a verification from a trusted man. Wong Lun Fat was my superior in the Yellow Lotus A438. Kindly Chang black button eyes sparkle with satisfaction born of malice. He was also a pig. Tell our friend Splattercat what that means, Mr. Bao. A wolfish smile spreads across her face and her eyes squeeze into crescent moons of pleasure, and say it slow so I can savor it. The death of Wong Lun Fat has opened a spot for you to move up, madam. You would be the next 438. Bao smiles. The effect is chilling. The gods help those who seize opportunities. Mr. Bao, put every man we have on this. Spread the word. Kindly Chang says all debts to the Yellow Lotus are suspended for citizens of the Walled City until the order is restored. No interest will compound either. Tell them I have medical supplies as well. There will be no charge until the crisis is over. Things seem to be going your way, Auntie. They do indeed, my sweet. I may not have brought Josephine Sang down, but I've got my career going again. She grabs her bottle and unscrews the top with her thumb. Your career too, Mr. Bao. You will be my new straw sandal. Good partners support one another. Bao lowers his head in respect. You have proven that, Miss Chang. This calls for a drink. The soon-to-be 438 pours 2 shots and the stink of kerosene grabs your nose like a switchblade. She hands a glass to Bao, touches it with her own and holds it there. She didn't pour a drink for me. That's not a good sign. That's really bad. Your loyalty and clear-headedness have proven you immensely valuable, Mr. Bao. You are an effective ally, and I wish you great wealth and good fortune. They down the foul substance in one gulp. It's extremely disrespectful. So bad things are about to happen. Looks like you're moving up in the world. Yes, and it appears your fortune is changing too, Splattercat. She pours herself another drink and leaves it sitting on the table. Oh, thank Christ. Hopefully that's for me. Remember, you have found a mysterious benefactor, one who lifted the APB on you. Well, at least somebody likes me. It must be somebody powerful. I can't imagine it was Josephine Sang. After all, what would her motivation be? It's gotta be somebody else. One of Josephine's enemies on the executive council? I'll tap my network and find out if I can. Kindly pulls out another thin black cigar. But that's for later. I'm missing an entire piece of your story, my darling. What happened at Prosperity Tower? Did you rescue Raymond Black? Did his mother wipe his memory? It was a hell of a fight, but we beat him. Got there with Raymond before she could finish. Impressive. You must have become quite the Shadowrunner. She lights the cigar, a gleam of hunger in her shiny black eyes. While you were in Prosperity Tower, did you find anything on Josephine Sang? Dirt? Anything I can use? I'm sorry, Auntie. Prosperity Tower was just too hot. All this bullshit and I don't get anything? She grabs a handful of mahjong tiles and drops them on the table. Fine. No sense crying over that. I have business to do. I need to focus on bringing order back into the Walled City and prestige to the Yellow Lotus. That will cement me in my new position. Before I get back to business, I must know, how did you go from rescuing Raymond Black to the Walled City vomiting people? Raymond built a magical fortune machine, but it suffered from a demon summoning glitch. Your foster father created a magical fortune machine. The Triad boss cocks her head, raises her cigar to her lips. Please tell me you have control of this device. Please tell me you've brought it to me. Nope, sorry. That's a pity. I'm sure there are plenty of people who could have benefited from it. Well, this business has certainly proved lucrative for me. Kindly Chang studies the glowing tip of her black cigar. I'm in prime position to be the next Yellow Lotus 438, and I only lost 4 men. Well, say Raymond didn't make it. He sacrificed himself to stop the demon. Did he? Maybe that's what he came here to do. She lowers her eyes and her voice softens. Everyone makes their choices, my sweet, and everybody pays the consequences. Even you someday. You've made quite a splash since arriving in Hong Kong, Splattercat. Many Shadowruns completed in a very short amount of time. The reports from our clients are glowing. Mostly. Add closing the door on a demon goddess to the list. We made a difference. Perhaps for some, for a while. The Triad boss leans in, her voice conspiratorial. Listen to me, my sweet. I was a girl. When I was a girl, there had never been a pandemic like Vita's, but in 2010 it happened. We'd never seen death like that. A quarter of the world's population disappeared. It was miserable. It pushed us to our limits, but the survivors moved on. And then the spike babies started happening, the dwarf babies. Suddenly there were dragons, goblinization, and magic, and every time the world changed, we got used to it. So if a demon goddess decided that the wall city was her new living room and you didn't, whatever you did, what would have happened? She shrugs and sniffs. Perhaps the new would recover it until the next sensation pulled their attention away, but after a while it would be drowned out by all the other crap competing for our attention. And the demon in the walled city would become the new normal. Well, I was there, and I stopped her. Yes, you did. You made a habit of coming out on top, but let me give you a piece of advice for the future, my sweet. Something Mr. Chang used to tell me. Respect ghosts and gods, but keep away from them. It sounds like you've already lost your ass, or you almost lost your ass in the wall city, and I bet you'd listen to that. No more demons from now on, Auntie. She smiles mischievously. So wise. She stubs out her cigar and screws the top back on. Now get some sleep. You look like shit. Tomorrow we'll talk about the future. Bed sounds good. Kindly Chang doesn't respond. She's already moved on. Bao, what's the status on those medical supplies? Yeah. I don't trust this for shit. Hey, my drone's back. Hooray! Joni the Droney returns. Just had to rebuild him a little bit. He was only minorly messed up. Wasn't too bad. A couple scuffs, a scratch, a demon claw. The scene on the bolt hole is quiet, save for the sounds of eating. The crew is crowded around Gobbet's electric hot plate. Her cast iron pot simmers on top, and they hold bowls of soup in their hands. You recognize the smell. Chicken-style soya broth, elbow macaroni, tinned ham, and a heaping scoop of egg-flavored mycoprotein. The mood is somber. Thought you were all going to bed. Well, we figured we'd hang out for a while. Nobody could remember the last time we ate. She looks over her bowl at Duncan. Besides, nobody could sleep anyways. She means me. I'm too fucked up to sleep. Trying not to think about Raymond. Wu takes an enormous gulp of soup, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand. They're just keeping me company, feeding me and pretending not to be tired. Talking a bit. Yeah, I'm still pretty jacked up too. They can wait. Isabel, I'm lucky if you ever sleep again after some shit like that. Isabel, especially since in this world, the astral plane can reach into your dreams. Who even knows what would happen every time you closed your eyes? Some real, like, you know, gangster Nightmare on Elm Street type shit. Isabel fishes a chunk of something out of her soup with her fingers and flicks it to the floor. We've been debriefing a bit. Yeah, talking about everything that's going on, everything we've been through together. She shuffles her feet a bit. Sorry about Raymond, Seattle. You too, Duncan. He was trying to do good with that machine. You two need to remember that. He drops his head and his worms come out slowly, as if they were being forcibly extracted. Did I say worms? Words. I can't believe he did that. He gave himself to the demon. Well, I wish he was here with us now. He did what he had to do. He sips from his bowl thoughtfully. I guess we all did. Isabel stares over the bowl at the wall of the trawler. Her voice is soft. Hard to believe we defeated a god, though. A demon god. Gobbet stirs her soup with her finger. From another plane of existence. Hard to believe that Josephine Sang is going to remain untarnished by this whole thing. Little Decker's face hardens. 20 years of misery. 20 years of suffering. For tens of thousands, hundreds maybe. It's the way it is. It's the way the world works. The powerful play their games and the little people pay the price. She'll see justice someday. She has to. He stares into his soup, squinting in concentration. One thing doesn't add up for me, though. Why was Josephine Sang so intent on shutting us down? Why wouldn't she be? You saw what she was responsible for. No, but think about it. The HKP of snipers, the plastic-faced man, all the resources that she poured into capturing Raymond and hunting us down. I mean, she's already covered her tracks with that illegal drug lab explosion, right? So why not just let Ray do his thing, then cover it up afterwards? It doesn't add up. I don't know. I mean, It had to be the fortune engine itself. Yeah, I think you're right. From everything Raymond said, the key was supposed to be pooling and turning toxic, but I felt something in that room, a flow of positive ki that I didn't expect. Gobbet wrinkles her nose. She stares at the floor of the trawler for several seconds, apparently lost in thought. I think it was leaving the walled city. I bet that machine did something else, something that Raymond didn't know about. The little Decker stirs her suit, pondering. What if it was a siphon? What if Josephine Sang was stealing the cast-off positive ki from the walled city and leeching it for her own benefit? Wu nods at Isabel, runs with her train of thought. She sealed up the fortune engine, leached the good ki for herself, and took Sang Mechanical Services from the minor company that Ray's father built to the ball buster that it is today. His jaw tightens. That's how she got herself on the Executive Council of Hong Kong. Of course, this is all just speculation, and we can't prove any of it. But if Josephine was using positive ki that the fortune engine was casting off, she isn't getting it anymore. Your foster father saw to that. She taps her spoon against the rim of the bowl. I wonder what'll happen to her. Guess we'll have to wait and see. She finishes her soup and lets out a belch. Pats her stomach satisfied. Tosses the bowl in the corner of madness to madness and folly. So Seattle, what now? Well, watch a Triad. Anything on? There's always something on. I say we bag it and get some sleep, especially you. He winks at you. You look like shit. So I've heard. Alright, off to bed then. Oh, we can catch up with people? I never even realized there was a staircase right here. You enter Wu's cabin to the sound of his neck cracking at a horrifying volume. You catch his eye and he nods and begins standard stretching regimen. Wish there was a stuffer shack in this goddamn country. I need some nerps or bromo fizz or something. Rubs his stomach and lets out a burp. That gobbet stew is heinous. Yeah, I stay away from that. She offer you an oyster? No, we're not that tight. I mean, I don't visit her bunk all the time like you do. He pulls his right elbow back behind his head, stretching his triceps. They're a good crew, aren't they? Yeah, they got the job done. Defeating a demon queen. Yeah, I'd say so. He switches his elbows, exhales slowly as he pulls. Long goddamn day. Good to stretch. I bet. You doing okay? He shrugs and turns his back and begins stretching his legs. Yeah, sure. I took a few hits, but I'll be okay. Come on, man. Wayman's dead. We gotta at least acknowledge it. Wu spins his torso around and glares at you red-eyed. He's not dead, Pop-Tart. Didn't you hear? She's gonna feast on him and torture him. He's worse than dead. Way worse. He left us, and now he's gonna be tortured for 1,000 years or some such shit. Well, so what's this about? That he left? No, it's about me alone. No Carter, no Raymond, no life. Wu grabs an ammo box with one hand and begins curling it like a dumbbell. What about you? What do you think about Raymond, his mom, the fortune engine, this whole messed up business? Well, I would say we got roped into some truly fucked up, foggy bullshit. Ain't that the truth? Drops the ammo box on the floor with a crash. Time for bed, Tuesday. I think we deserve it. Get out of here. I'll see you in the morning. Damn, we got like a command center up here. As you enter Gobbet's cabin, you find her sipping from an enormous mug. Something dark and steamy sloshes as she lowers the vessel. Rats squeak happily from the perches on her shoulders. Well, that was a thing. Fought a Yama King and won. Huh. I mean, I know we haven't really talked much or anything, but it's something, yeah? Worthy of a high five at least. Yeah, hell of a fight. She nods vigorously. Pretty intense. The stuff of legends, even. It's a long, awkward pause. So we never got to know each other at all, did we? I mean, you never came by to chat, not in all the time we've been running together. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, that's true, and good on you for it, but here's the thing, I'm completely exhausted. I mean, we did just fight a demon god. In the grand scheme of things, that's a pretty big day. So, sleepy time. Maybe we could talk tomorrow or something. Alright, for sure, Gobbet. I assume it's gonna go the same for everybody. So anyways, since I didn't do a whole lot of talking to random people the entire time, guess we'll just go to bed. Your bunk on the trawler lies waiting, patient and seductive. It beckons with the promise of escape. That's it. Off we go. You drop your head onto the pillow and haul the rough naval blanket over you. The bolt hole rocks like a cradle, and moments later you're wrapped in the comforting arms of sleep. There are no nightmares, only shadows. Did we run them? The story of the walled city riots circulates local news networks for a week. Outside Hong Kong, you hear about the incidents, and of those that do, even fewer care. By the end of the month, the city is back to business as usual. In Hioi, the flow of refugees eventually slows to a trickle. Those who do escape tell stories of a terrifying demon goddess of an old man who sacrificed his soul to banish her. Their mad ramblings are generally met with pity or contempt. After the incident in the walled city, the lucky streak that propelled Sang Mechanical Services into the limelight slowly comes to an end. While CEO Josephine Sang remains a beloved public figure, her influence begins to wane, and she is eventually removed from the executive council. Within 3 years of the walled city riots, Sang Mechanical loses its AAA status. From this point on, it's widely considered to be a B-grade corporation. Hioi remains a safe port of call for smugglers, gangsters, and Shadowrunners alike. You are no exception. The Shadows here welcome you in a way that Seattle never did. You've earned the respect of your fixer, your clients, and your community. And now that the APB on you and your team has been lifted by parties unknown, you are free to operate openly in Hong Kong. This place is yours now, and you're home. Alright everybody, thanks for joining me. It's been a long run. I wish I had done the conversations with the party members. Regrets. I didn't even know they were there though. I'd actually wondered about them, but didn't really take the time to look around, so I guess I overlooked it. My name is Splattercat, this is Shadowrun Hong Kong. One of the things that is very near and dear to my heart is the Shadowrun, just mythos, the world, the mythos that you live in and the world that you play in. I love it very, very much, and so it's always a pleasure to do this kind of stuff with all of you. I will see you all in whatever comes next. Thank you to Hairbrained for allowing us to make the series, and I will see you all next time. How do, everybody?